Uh, all right. Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing today?
Morning.
Hello, and can everybody hear me?
Yeah, I hear you, and I'm doing well. How are you feeling?
I am. To be honest, I don't even know. I I went to the doctor, and went to my VA, and I don't have corona, but I don't know what the hell I got. I got something because my back has been hurting me like crazy. I've been literally in the bed for the last 3 days, just kind of almost bedridden. That's why we're here in my bedroom now, um, and that's where we're broadcasting from. So it's been a pretty rough 3 or 4 days. Um, Migraines, lower back aches. It literally feels like my body's just shutting down. I don't know what's going on, but we got work to do. So let's just get to it. We're probably not going to be here very long today. I got some things I need to go over, and hopefully we can get done what we need to get done. But as y'all can see here, we are broadcasting from my bedroom, and it is not going to be a very long session. And today is going to be Assurance USA training. Let me start sharing my screen here so y'all can see some stuff. Where we at?
Well, I'm praying for you, my brother.
Oh, thank you. Do what we got to do, right? All right, let's start sharing my screen. There we go. Now, you all can see my screen, right? Yeah, we should be on the screen.
Yes.
There we go. Yeah, we're on the Insurance USA screen. All right. As you all know, this week has been I've been doing a lot of talking with the factoring companies this week. Mostly that's been it. Been dealing with them. Also been dealing with the hedge fund group that I went ahead and reached out to them. They are very interested. They are, to say the least, they are highly interested. I'm supposed to be having more talks with them coming up next week. They are so interested that the head of the hedge fund group, the corporation out of Vancouver, Canada, they're the ones who's head of the hedge fund group. They're sending someone down next week, their representative, to meet with me, and we're going to be going over, exactly what this is, because from what I've sent them, it has really, really, really sparked their interest. In their words, their exact words to me. So it's pretty much and I like the way they phrased it because it gave me another perspective and some other thoughts. Their exact words were, so what you've developed here is a dispatching service on steroids. I was like, okay. And I never thought of it that way. I always thought of it as the Assurance USA, and then we added dispatching services to it. But then they brought up another concept, which kind of goes in line with what the factoring companies are telling me too. Because see, here's the deal. Everyone knows how factoring works, right?
Yes.
Okay. So factoring works on the premise in the trucking industry where they pretty much pay up front and then they collect their money from the shipper. Well, factoring is just not off of the trucking industry. Factoring is any place that has an invoice, right? Or a contract that's to be paid on. Before, what we were looking at it from a standpoint of developing the Assurance USA and then bringing the factoring in to finance everything. Okay, but here's what we find out through this week-long negotiation. The factoring companies in the trucking industry, they have a certain set parameter that they can operate under. They are not, quote-unquote, a loan company. They're not, quote-unquote, a finance company. So technically, they cannot finance the enrollment fee. However, since we have merged the National Dispatchers Network and Assurance USA, if let's say the owner operators who sign on with us, if they were signing on to our network of dispatching firms under the Assurance USA, we all become one big, huge dispatching firm because we've connected them all together. And under that type of structure, I want to explain this right. The owner operators who sign up, because we are including dispatching services in with it, they are essentially signing a super version of a dispatch agreement, which includes us dispatching them loads, which we will be doing, because we'll be first. What we were alluding to was that if they couldn't find that third load that brings them up to the subpar rate, then we would try to find that load for them, thus keeping them from having to do what? File a claim, right? Is everybody following?
Right.
Which would save us money, which means more money goes towards the pot, right?
Yeah.
All right. But if we look at it in terms of when they sign on with us, they are signing on with us for us to do their dispatching. Think of it as if they were paying that $433 or that $613 or that $833 per month. That was for the overall service, including dispatching. In other words, it's like them signing an exclusive dispatching agreement to be paid monthly instead of by the load. Do y'all see what I'm getting at?
Yeah.
Now, what's the advantage of doing that? What does that then open up? I'm gonna see if y'all still thinking as deep as I am. Think about it for a minute. What are factoring companies in the negotiation? They're telling us they cannot be a loan company, but they can do factoring. A few weeks ago, did we not have a conversation with two factoring companies and they agreed to do our factoring?
Yeah.
Okay, so if we're signing up owner operators to a monthly factoring agreement instead of a per load factoring agreement where they're paying us by the month of $433 to $833 per month, and we're including the benefits package as part of it, what does that open up?
Does that mean they're a built-in factoring company? They're going to do all our factoring?
Yes, it clears the way for them now to do the factoring.
Right.
Before we were operating on the premise of the factoring company financing that $10,000. But if that $10,000 is a factoring fee for the year, and they were paying monthly payments of the $433 or the $630 or the $833, then that becomes what? An invoice. Does everybody get me?
Yeah, following you now.
Yeah,
I get it. That becomes a invoice that we are being paid on monthly, which clears the way for the factoring company to do what?
To factor.
Exactly. So we've just inadvertently found a way to allow the factoring company to do what they normally do without them having to go outside of the purview of their normal operations.
So then that means no matter what load we book, they got the factoring on it.
Exactly. And that means also when the owner operator sign up, they're signing up to a monthly paying of a what?
of a factoring fee
No, of dispatching.
of dispatching. Yes.
Yeah, because they're basically what they're doing is they're signing our newly revised dispatch agreement, which includes what? Which includes what? The benefits package. If we can't find them 3 loads that are above what? The subpar. Either $2.50, $2, or $3. $2 if it's a dry van, $2.50 if it's a flatbed, $3 if it's a refrigerator. Do y'all see where we're going with that?
Yes.
Because now basically what we will be doing is this. Owner operator signs up. Okay. Not only are they getting the benefits package, but they're getting a dispatching service. Instead of paying the dispatching service by the load, they're paying it by the month. If you worked it out and by doing it that way, that's not that big of a stretch for an owner operator to see. Because normally, if they're paying an independent dispatcher, they're paying them by the load, right? If they're paying them what? 10% on $1,000 paying load, and you got 3 of those per week, what is that? That's $100. That's $300, right?
Yes.
That's $300 per week, right?
Yes.
So if they're paying $433 to $633 per month, isn't that not less than $300 per week?
Yes.
You understand? You all see how now we are able now to pitch this, I mean, a more favorable light to the owner operator. It saves the money on their dispatching service.
And
But,
with the factoring, they're guaranteed to get paid, right?
Exactly. And so are we. Because here's what happens. See, look, we're still getting our same fee. We're still getting our $10,000. The only difference is we're getting that $10,000 through monthly payments, and by converting it to a monthly payment, we can then take that invoice and do what? Shoot it over to who?
Your
Factoring company.
The factoring company.
Yes.
And the factoring company then pays what?
Us.
The $10,000, right?
Right.
Right? And then the factoring company collects what? Whatever it is, that $10,000 that times that 12 that goes up to pay off that $10,000. But when we do the calculations for the owner operators membership dues, here's what we're gonna do. I want to see if you all are all following me here. Let's go here and pull up the calculator. All right. So basically, what we have is this. Hold on for a second. We have $10,000, right? Is the enrollment fee. If we divide that by 12, what does that come out to be? $833 per month, right?
Right.
Right?
Yep.
All right. Now, if we do factoring, if we did dispatching, right? And if the dispatching was 10% and we found them a $1,200 load that pays, well, let's say $1,000. So that would be $300 per week, right? 3 loads per week, right?
Right.
What's that times 4.33? So the 4.33 weeks in a month.
Okay, so that's over $1,200.
That's $1,299. So is not the 833 a discount?
Yes.
So technically, we can take it up to $1,000 per month on the factoring, the benefits, and everything included, and that includes your dispatching service. When normally, if you was to sign a dispatch agreement, you would be paying more than that, because if we find your load that's paying $2,000 or a load that's paying $1,200 or a load that's paying, you're coming out better. Why? Because you're paying it on a monthly fee basis, on a set monthly basis, instead of what? Paying it by the load.
Yes.
Does everybody see? Does everybody see the way you can pitch it and show the owner operator that you're saving them money?
Yes.
I'm still not
Okay.
grasping.
I got it. My question is, would
No,
you-
no, no. Let's handle it for the people who don't get it yet.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. Someone saying that they still don't get it. What part of it don't you get? Hello?
Yeah, the fee, the enrollment fee.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm trying to phrase my question. I apologize.
No problem.
Will there be is this the training on how to pitch it, or will there be something more formal?
Yes, there's going to be training on how to pitch, but first, I got to get y'all to understand it first.
Mm-hmm. So essentially, instead of,
I mean, because you can't pitch something you can understand, right?
Right.
So I got to get y'all to understand it first. So what part of it don't you understand? So we can see if we can clear it up for you.
I'm not understanding the 10,000 enrollment fee and
Okay. You remember when we talked about the Insurance USA, and remember when we said that the membership fee is you have to put $10,000 down, right?
Right.
And then you would pay what, $430 per month, right?
Right.
All right. And then you understand that we merged the National Dispatchers Network and Insurance USA together, right?
Okay.
Okay. So that means now with the dispatching and the Insurance USA combined, the owner operators now get a dispatching service, right?
Okay.
Now, you also remember we talked about factoring companies, how we needed them. It would be better if we can get the factoring companies to finance the whole deal, the 10K and the monthly payments, right?
Right.
Because why? Because truckers, they know factoring companies. They recognize factoring companies. They already are used to factoring companies. That's something that's familiar to them. Now, the factoring companies are saying this: we cannot finance the 10 grand because we are not a loan company. We are a factoring company. Do you understand that?
Okay.
Now, that was when the 10 grand was what? A membership fee, right?
Okay.
But a few weeks ago, we had one of the factory companies on here, did we not?
I wasn't.
Okay.
I don't think I attended.
Okay. All right. Well, we did. And can anybody tell me what we came up with when that factory company was on here? They mentioned that they would be able to create a product where they can factor what? For who? Does anybody remember that?
Was it the enrollment fee?
No, we weren't talking about the enrollment fees then. I hadn't even introduced that to you all. Remember we had the factoring company on and they was developing a factoring product for who?
Mr. Bowler, you talking about when you had Jose on here?
Yes, they were talking about developing a factoring product for who?
BVS.
For the drivers?
For dispatching. Because currently there were no factoring companies factoring for dispatchers, right? Do y'all remember that?
Vaguely.
All right.
It's been a few weeks.
All right. In that broadcast, we have two factoring companies that had developed a product so that the dispatching firms can now factor the loads through the factoring company, can factor the dispatching through the factoring company. In other words, instead of having the carrier to factor the load or having the broker to factor the load, they came up with a product where we could actually send that carrier over and factor that load, and then that would come out of what? The percentage of our, the load, right? Essentially, they would find a way to be able to pay us through the factory, just like they pay the carrier, just like they pay the broker. Do y'all remember that?
No.
Well, y'all have short memories. Does anybody remember that? We had that. Right, we had that training where the factoring companies would not only just be able to pay just the carrier and the broker, but they can also pay us too. That was the whole point of Jose coming on. That and talking about what? The affiliateship, right?
Yeah.
That
I
was the
remember
whole,
that one.
yeah, that was the whole point. To offer something that we were not offering, because before we had to do what? Wait to get our money from the what? The carrier, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now we can pretty much guarantee that we will be paid through factoring, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, with all that being said, with all those things into play, now we come up to what we have now with Assurance USA, okay? If this is just a membership to an association and the 10K is a membership fee, the factoring companies cannot factor that. Why?
Because they're not a loan company.
They're not a loan company. But if this was a dispatching fee paid by the month, the factoring companies can do what now?
Factor the loads.
Thank you, Jesus. They got it. I realized that you have to take a lot of different things. You have to put them together and season them up, and you got to stir them and pour them over some rice, and now you got a good tasting gumbo. But it just got the the different spices and things by themselves. If you eat the the Louisiana spice and the jalapeno pepper by itself, like, you just eat the sausage without it being cooked and seasoned, or you eat the shrimp, and they got no seasoning on it. It's just bland. But if you take all that and you mix it up, put some spice on it, right? Simmer it, stir it, season it just right, you got yourself a meal, right? It tastes really, really good. You got gumbo, right?
I don't want no gumbo. We want some chicken, man.
Yeah, gumbo, man. You ain't never had no real gumbo here. That's your problem. You need to go to New Orleans and let one of them old women cook you some gumbo. I ain't talking about that stuff you get in the restaurant. I'm talking about go to the little house that's got the thing right there on Clarion Street where you drive up to the house and they stick it out the window and they take your money and then they bring you a pot out there. Y'all know nothing about that.
No, I don't know nothing about that, but I'm going to check it out one day. But for now, I'm going to stick with the chicken over.
But that's real gumbo. All right. What we have come across is a way to appease the factoring companies and let them do what they do without them having to come up with something different, without them having to try and implement something outside of their normal structure. Y'all see what I'm saying?
It's all.
All right, so I'm going to be developing a pitch for you all. And it's not very hard. I mean, you can probably come up with it on your own. It's not very hard. Okay, I'm going to be developing a pitch where you're going to pitch this to the owner operators as a monthly dispatch service that includes what?
Yes,
Factory.
No, not just factoring, but that includes what?
The Assurance USA.
A benefits package. So in other words, we will do our job to make sure that we find you loads that are above subpar. And if we come up short one week where we can't find you we find you two loads that are above subpar, but we come up short and can't find you one that's not above subpar, then we would do what? That load that was not above subpar, we would do what? Talk to me.
Compensate the driver or the carrier for the short load.
Exactly. We will do what? We will what?
File the claim.
Enhance that load, right?
Right.
We will enhance that load by an additional dollar, right?
Mhm.
What other dispatch firm can make that claim?
None.
Exactly. Now you're starting to see how it's now even much more attractive.
All right.
Because not only do they not have to worry about, well, what if I can't find a load that's above subpar? Well, we're gonna do the dispatch, so we're gonna do what we normally do, right? For what do we normally do for drivers? Try to find them lows on that's above $2 a mile, right?
Mm-hmm.
In some cases, we try to find them lows above $2.50 per mile, right?
Right.
So it should be not that hard of a job to find them lows on that above $2 a mile, at least 2 loads that week. Whether it's short run or long runs. Y'all ain't followed me yet.
Oh, I got you.
Y'all get it now? So if we find them 2 short run loads that's paying $3.20 or $3 or $2.75 or $2.85, y'all following me?
Yes.
And we find them 1 medium-sized load that's running $1.98 or $1.50 or $1.75, right? Now we can what? Enhance that 1 load up to what? An additional $1 per mile, which brings all the loads up to a little bit more money. But there's going to be plenty of times, probably more times than often, that we're going to be able to find them 3 loads that are going above $2 per mile, which means we would not have to do what?
Enhance.
There you go. Jesus Christ, we got it. Which means more money where?
In our pockets.
It keeps the system running without us having to worry about overloading the system. And at the same time, because now we have that on the operator on the contract, on the dispatch agreement to pay us by the month, which is less than he would have been paying us if he was paying us by the load, right? You can either break it down to him by the week or by the load and show him that $1,000 per month is way less than what you would be paying if you were paying it by the load.
And it would guarantee that we get paid too, wouldn't it?
Exactly. You get to kill all the birds with basically 1 stone.
The light came on now.
Now the light comes on, okay? But now, for the lady who didn't understand it before, do you understand it now?
It's a little clear, yes.
Okay. What's the fuzzy part about it? You still kind of uncertain about
So we have the option of offering it to them by month, or that they can accept it by paying the 10% dispatch agreement. You just show them that they would be saving money by paying a monthly service fee.
Yeah, you're not offering them the option. What you're basically doing, you're telling them this is how we do it because we save you money this way. You're not offering them saying, well, you can pay us by the load or you can pay us. No, you're not doing that. You're offering them to pay it by the month. And in doing so, this is how it's going to save you money. You get it?
Okay.
This is why we do it this way, because we are offering you something that other dispatch firms can't offer you, which is a benefits package. Pretty much a guarantee that if we can't find you that 3rd load that's above $2 per mile, Mr. Drive-In or Mr. Flatbed, we can't find you that 3rd load that's above $2.50 per mile, Mr. Flatbed. We can't find you that above subpar load, Mr. Reefer, that's above $3 per mile. If we can't find that 3rd load, we will what? Enhance it by $1. Do you see the appeal in that?
Yes.
And on top of that, if you were to work with us on a load by load basis, right? And let's say if you are a a flatbed and we find you 2 loads or 3 loads that's paying $2.50 per mile at the subpar rate, right? Right?
Okay.
Let's say you're running those loads at, let's say, 769 miles, the average long haul run, average over the road run, right?
Okay.
That's $1,922. If we find you 3 of them like that, what is that? That's $5,767. Which if you was paying us by the load times our 10%, what would you be paying us?
5 something.
I'm sorry. Yeah. 57.67 minus 10%.
Right?
Yep. You would be paying us. Hold on. Let me get this right. Yeah, I want to make sure everybody sees it because this is recorded. 5,767. All right. Minus 10%. You be paying us $576 a week. Right?
Yep. Yes.
576 times 4.33.
A little over 2,000 miles.
You be paying us $2,500 a month.
Yeah.
If we were doing this on a case-by-case basis versus you just paying $1,000 a month. You save yourself $1,400 a month.
Easy sell.
Very easy sell. And if you want to break it up to them and show them to them by the percentage wise, because all you're doing, you're taking that $1,000 divided by 4.33. $230, which is about what? 5% of the load fee versus 10%, right?
Yeah.
So we're saving you. We actually saving you more than half, really. Now you don't have to show this to them. You don't have to break it down and show them that they're saving money, because they are saving money. And not only are they saving money, it comes with a guarantee. If we can't find you that 3rd load, then we're going to enhance that week's load. We're going to enhance that load by an additional $1, which brings you back up above where we said that we can keep you at, right?
So I got a question. Maybe because I came in a low. So we're not charging that monthly fee between the $433 or the $633 every month. Where's this dollar coming in?
No, we're not charging that. We're charging them that $1,000 per month for the whole service, dispatching, benefits package, and the factoring comes with the factoring company that we're going to be using.
Okay. So they don't have to pay that factoring fee.
Say that again now?
So they don't have to worry about paying the factoring fee. It's already
they're gonna pay a factory fee, but it's gonna be through a factory company that we have.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? All we're doing is this. We are taking the dispatch service and we are translating. Look, some of you all have dispatching services where you charge by the month or by the week. Mm-hmm. The dispatching service out there that charges by the month or by the week, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
That's all we're doing. We are taking a dispatch service, we are charging it by the month, but we are pumping the dispatch service up on steroids to include what? A guarantee, which is what? The benefits package. Right? Mm-hmm. Because no other dispatch firm does. What other dispatch firm tells you whether you're paying them by the month or you're paying them by the load. Say, I'll guarantee you that I will find you at least 3 loads that are above $2.50 per mile if you are a flatbed, that are above $2 per mile if you are a drive-in, that are above $3 per mile if you are a reefer. I guarantee you that. And if I don't, and if I miss one that doesn't come up to that amount, I'll enhance one of them up by $1.
So the only thing that's changing is just the monthly fee. Everything else pretty much stays the same that we've been talking about. That's what I'm want to make sure.
Everything else pretty much stays the same, but how you explain it changes too, and the level of services that we provide changes.
Okay. Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Because now we are providing a whole dispatching service, right? Where we are literally. That's why it was important to have all of the chapter owners and all of you all to be dispatched, to be active working dispatchers.
Mm-hmm.
Because from looking at it, I knew that we was gonna need those dispatching skills of finding loads to keep the cost of our service down on our side. You understand what I'm saying? Because if we were just paying out every single week, there would never be enough money in the pot to pay out every single week. Eventually, the system will become what? Overrun, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is why insurance companies make the money that they make. Why? Because this system cannot be overran. Because you're only paying for stuff just in case it happens. But stuff rarely happens. And when stuff does happen, insurance companies 60 to 70% of the time find a way not to pay it. Right?
Yeah.
That's what keeps them profitable to the tune of trillions per year. So we needed to find a way not only to guarantee that we would stay profitable and guarantee that we would have enough money in the pot to pay out claims, and also at the same time guarantee that the owner operators would always be above what? $2 per mile if they are a drive-in, $2.50 per mile if they are a flatbed, and $3 per mile if they are a reefer. And at the same time, we wanted to have a way that we could include the factoring companies in on not the financing, but the factoring of all of it. Because if we would have left it the way we were going, and through this last week of negotiations with the factoring companies is what got me to thinking that, and the talk I had with the hedge fund group, they really got me to think because of the way they said it, because of the way they looked at it, and the way they responded back. So this is basically a dispatching services on steroids. And that kind of it set off a light. It set the bulb off in my head to be able to make this to where the factoring company could indeed, under the current rules that they have, so that now they can finance what? Well, not finance, but factor.
And the factoring company is factoring everything from the 10K and the monthly of 1,000.
Well, the monthly 1,000 is the 10K. All right.
Okay. No.
Yeah. It's all
following.
right. Yeah, it's $833 per month. If you
Right.
If you divide the 10K by 12 months, it's $833, right? So what do factoring companies do? They take an invoice you have, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because you have your invoice. Basically, all you're doing with factoring companies, you're selling them your invoices. That's all you're doing, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're selling factory companies on your invoices. That's what they do.
Yes, and then in return, they recoup the money that according to the contract.
Exactly. So if we have a contract, a dispatch agreement that says $1,000 per month, what is that? What is that?
Invoice.
That's
Invoice.
an invoice. So we sell that to the factory company. What is that?
That is invoice.
Ding.
That's factoring.
Yes.
They're paying us for the invoice.
Yes.
Do y'all see it? So we're not only getting our $1,000, we're getting our $1,000 plus we're getting an extra. I mean, we're not only getting our 10K, but we're getting our 10K plus an extra what? Monthly fee. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Correct.
now hold on. That's only for the first. Now, we can do this one of two ways. We can say that that's the fee continuously, or that's just for the first year. And then after the first year, it drops to what? That 433 or 633 or whatever the case may be. Y'all see where we're going now? Or we could go the other route and say that's the fee each year.
Yeah, I like that better. Make the fee each year.
Why do you like that better?
Because then that way you're going to have the carrier on the hook saying, hey, listen, last year I'm just making the numbers up.
Not necessarily though, because remember, if you're factoring, let's look at it from a numbers point of view.
Oh yeah.
If it's just for that, if you're doing it for continuously, remember that $1,000 per month is still being factored. Why? Because the factory company is paying us out that minus what? Their percentage, right? Which is, let's say, 3%. Right? Right?
Yeah, you broke up. Say it again, you broke up.
Factory companies, they don't pay that whole $1,000 back to you, or do they?
No.
They pay you that minus what? That 3% or that 2% or that 5%, right?
Right.
So if at the worst, let's say it's 5%.
$50.
5% on a grand.
$50.
That's $50.
Yeah.
So that means we would get $950, right?
Yes.
So we would get 950, then we take the 1,000, right? Which means they get extra $50 on that. Plus they're getting the factory on the loads and that type of stuff too. Y'all see how that works now?
Yeah.
Now, if we did that for the first year, that gives us what?
950 times 4.3, or 950
that's 950, and if we got 10 members in per month, let's do it on the same basis we did before, right?
Yeah. That would be 9,500. If you
got 10 in.
That's 9,500.
That's 9,500, right? So that means
12.
we collect. So we collected that every month, right?
Yes.
That times 12. So by the end of the first year, we're looking at 100. And this is just one chapter now. We're doing just 10 per month. Okay, that's $114,000 that we're bringing in from that chapter each month after the first year. The chapter gets 25% of that.
No, that 114 is for the year.
Yeah, no, but it's $114,000 rolling over to the next year per month.
Yes, that's right. Yes, per month. That's per month.
Okay, because we said that if they were just gonna do this every, just pay it out that way by the month, right?
So then for 10 drivers, for 10 carriers at 9,500 per month, it would be 114,000 for
yes.
that month.
Yes, going into your second year, you're starting out at what?
So you're talking about for the second year, you're going into starting at least $1 million contract for one chapter. Over $1 million.
Yeah. I mean, you're starting to confuse me a little bit. Yeah, but you're going after your first year, you've built up to $114,000 per month. So going on January 1st, when they make that payment, you got $114,000 that month, and then on February you got $114,000 per month plus another what? $950.
Yes.
And then on what you got plus another $9,500 because $950 times 10. You see what I'm saying? So it doubles by that every year, and it goes and those start the next year into monthly billings.
So going into year 2, you would be going into it with a contract like
with $114,000 per month.
Per month, or $1 million contract.
All right. Now let me finish before you get me completely off track.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. Now, what that would mean to the chapter minus 25%. Let's go back again. That's $28,500 per month. Starting out.
25% from.
Somebody tell him what the 25% is for.
That's a percentage of the chapter. That's what the chapter gets per month.
Okay.
You gonna work for free?
No, I didn't.
Okay, yeah. All right. Look, that's the chapter's pay.
Okay.
That's what the chapter earns. Okay. All right. Let's stay on track before you get us all off track and going in a direction we don't even want to go in. All right. So that's $28,500 for the chapter each month, going into pretty much that first year, going into that second year. Now, at the same time, you're going to get a bonus on your what? You're going to get a bonus each year for what? Anybody know where I'm going with that? You're going to get a bonus for what? Because of the 10K, right?
Correct.
Right? So, because you're still going to get a bonus on that 10K. What's that bonus?
2,500.
2,500 per person that signs up, right?
Correct.
So that 2,500 times 10, right? $25,000, right? Mm-hmm. So by the end of the year, if you're averaging 10 per month, right? So the chapter gets a bonus every year for $300,000 plus their monthly. All we're doing is we're just switching it up a little bit to accommodate them paying by the month for the. In other words, we found a way to easily finance that 10K. Okay. Y'all get it now?
Yep. So now my question, Calvin, is the factoring companies are financing a 10K. Now the monthly membership.
Not financing. We can't say financing because
I mean,
don't finance.
Factoring in per month the 10K, and the drivers that we get is paying their membership dues of $433 or $633.
No, they're paying the membership due of $1,000 per month.
$1,000 a month.
Because remember, to pay that factoring, to pay the 10K out for the year, you can do it how you want to. You can say it's $833. Of it is going towards paying for the 10K, and the rest is operating expense, the 233 or 200 whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
You see where I'm going? It still equals out. Now, if you're doing it that way, that's fine. But let's say you're doing it. That's if you're doing it every year like that, where they're just paying the same amount every year, $1,000 per month every year that they're in it. Okay, but let's look at it this way. If we did it to where that was just for the first year, they're paying $1,000 per month, and then the second year it drops to, let's say, $633 per month, right? Mm-hmm. Now that's not being factored, right? Because they've already paid us out for the membership, which is the dispatch agreement, right? We say you'll pay a higher amount the first year on your dispatching because that includes your what? Your membership, right? Which is still less than you would have been paying if you'd been paying what?
$1,000.
Nice low,
Mhm.
right? So let's say after that first year, it drops to the 633. So now you got 633 times 10. That's $6,330 per month. And it's building by that every month, right? And no factoring is coming out of that. Why? Because now that's not factoring anymore.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So that's paid directly to us now, right? So that times 12 at the end of the year, looking at $75,960 per what? Per month.
Per month,
Right?
10 carriers, right?
Per month. Plus, you're still bringing on your other 10 new members, right?
New, right? Yep.
So when they come on new, that is being factored, right?
Yep.
So that's what, another $114,000, right?
Yep.
Come on, y'all ain't.
So, Mr. Butler, is that sort of like that compound interest or whatever?
Exactly. It's not like compound. It's like exponential growth.
Exponential growth. Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Okay.
Because now instead of just collecting that same every year, you're collecting the from. These are the guys that's from the previous year, because there's a drop because you want to give them a break. Why? Because you want to keep them in. You want to give them a reason to stay with us.
Mm-hmm.
And we're not really losing things. Why? Because we're bringing in 10 new members every month, right?
Yeah, 10 new ones, right?
So are we making less money or more money?
We're making more. Way more.
Why? Because we're retaining more of our what?
Of our income.
Of our clientele.
Right. Well, that would be.
Which equates to our income.
Our income, right.
And the best way to retain clientele is to reward them for sticking with us, right? So if they stick with us after that first year, which they're still saving money on their dispatch, the second year, it's going to drop almost in half.
Yes.
Now do y'all see the beauty of it?
Right.
Yes, sir.
Now it's becoming passive income.
Who really passive income?
Now it's going into passive income.
because now you have owner operators who can see it better, they can justify it better now. Why? Because they're getting a full dispatching service in with it that's costing them less than it would have if they was paying dispatching by the load.
Yep.
And they're getting a guarantee, they're getting an ironclad guarantee, which no other dispatch firm can offer them.
Right. That they will get paid.
Yeah, that they will get paid at least a minimum of the what?
Of the average
$2, $2.50, $3 per mile.
Yes.
So Calvin,
Actually, they'll wind up getting paid more than that because we enhance that third load up by $1. We'll enhance on each one load by $1 if we can't find them loads that doesn't equate to that amount.
And they got a factoring company.
Exactly.
Calvin, I have a question. Could we
and remember, if we go with one of the two factory companies that we already have, what do we get for sending them factory?
We should get some kind of a discount.
No, we don't get a discount. We get paid.
You pay? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Right.
Don't they pay us?
Yes, they will pay us.
On the affiliate side?
Yes.
So that means all the money that comes in on the affiliate side, don't y'all get your 25% of that too?
Yes.
That's another bonus at the end of the year.
But that's only for the chapter owners, though, right?
Well, technically that's only for the chapter owner, but that 25% it trickles down. Chapter owners are getting 25% of what they're getting from us. They get 25% of what we're getting.
Mm-hmm.
The member specialists get 25% of what the chapter owners get. You understand?
Yeah.
So everybody's paid that. Now, if you want to get paid like a chapter owner, then you need to step into the plate and pay like a chapter owner. Right?
I'm with you.
I mean, let's be real. I mean, the chapter owners, yeah, they are making out greatly. Why? Because they're investing greatly.
Yeah.
They're taking a bigger of a chance than you as a what?
Membership.
A member specialist.
Yeah, specialist. I'm sorry.
Okay. I got a question about that. Right. So even if a member specialist come in as a member specialist right now, will we still have the opportunity later on, you know, to become a chapter owner?
If there's states available. Hey, but for there ain't states in the union, man.
Yeah.
Unless the United States go on a little tear and start, taking over countries and add more states.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it Trump's mind?
But I mean, look, every opportunity that comes along, okay, I don't care what it is. There's only so many spaces at the top.
Mm-hmm.
It's only the pie can only be cut so many ways. Okay. There's a phrase that I posted one time. I have to find it. It's something where it says something goes to the bowl. I can't think of what it was.
But the reason why I asked that is because it's for the most part, people that's coming in as the specialists financially can't pay to be a chapter owner for the most part. Even if we could partner with them, some people just ain't got the funds. So if the opportunity is there later to be able to still happen, we still be able to do that if it's
there, yeah. Yeah. If it's there, but if we've got a state that's already got 3 chapter owners, then no, we're probably not going to put it there. I mean,
yeah.
I'm not going to create a situation where I got so much competition within the state.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Because we don't want to start diluting the pool and diluting the rewards. You understand what I'm saying? You want to keep it to a certain amount per state, because if I got people who are putting up money, $5,000 to $10,000 or $2,500, and there's 2 of them or whatever the case may be, right? If they're putting that kind of money up, I don't want to punish them or take away from them when they have invested so much. You understand what I'm saying? I want to make sure that we keep that. We keep what they invested in. We want to keep the value of what they have invested in. I don't want to start. I mean, I could just open up and say, yeah, we're gonna have for every major city, we're gonna have a chapter, right? Yeah, that would make us more money on the corporate year, right?
Yes.
Right? But what would they do for the chapter owners?
They would have
make less.
Exactly. It's gonna cut your pie. Okay? That's like going to a restaurant, and when the restaurant first opened up, a slice of pie was a sweet potato pie was cut into 6 equal pieces. Nice big little thick pieces. Right? Hold on. I'll give you a better example. Remember back in the day when a Big Mac was a Big Mac? How many of y'all remember when a Big Mac was big?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Are the Big Mac big now?
No, sir.
How many of y'all remember when a Big Mac was 55 cents? Y'all remember that? I do. I'm old. I remember when a Big Mac was 55 cents, and it was twice as big as it is now. Now it's twice as small, and it's what? $1 what? Almost 2 something, right?
Yeah. Almost $3 or something.
All right. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
But Calvin, let me ask you: can a member dispatcher, let's say, could they go ahead and buy out a chapter owner? Like, in other words, if a chapter owner paid $10,000, could he go up and say, okay,
Yeah, I mean, look. If you make a deal with the chapter owner and you want to buy out the chapter owner, that's up to you.
yeah, there you go. So the possibilities are endless. Get your money
Yeah,
back. That's all you
yeah.
gotta do.
But get this now. If you go and you buy, if you go and you, well, yeah, you can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
naturally.
money back.
So how does it work still with the 25%? So for instance, what I'm saying is, if I came in as a specialist, right, and then I say, okay, I've saved my money up, I'm gonna go get a chapter from a state that's open, and I pay the $10,000 fee and all that stuff. But under the chapter that I was currently with, I brought in 20 people and was getting that residual. And am I still will continue to get that residual from those 20 that I have with that chapter?
If you did what? If you sold out your chapter?
No. If I came in as a specialist first.
He came in as a specialist.
All right, slow down, one person at a time.
Sorry.
If you come in as a member specialist, you're getting your 25% of whatever the chapter is making, right?
Yes.
All right. So you're saying that if you went and bought your own chapter, if you invested into your own chapter, are you still getting the 25% from the other chapter that you were under as a member specialist?
Yes.
No.
So you lose that.
Yeah, because you're no longer a member specialist with that chapter.
Okay.
Unless you're gonna work as a member specialist and as a chapter owner.
No. What I'm saying is, if I brought those people in and I'm already save my money and get my own.
No.
So I'm asking.
No. That's like if you quit the company, you still get your money. No.
Okay.
Okay. Look, this is the rewards of being a chapter owner. If a member specialist gets to the point, he says, "Wait, I want to retire now. I'm done." We will have we will set up what's called vested, kind of like a retirement plan. Basically saying that if you were with a chapter for 10 years, then you're vested up to a certain amount, to a certain percentage. Let's say if you're with the chapter for 5 years, you may get what's called a 25%. You'll be 25% vested. Which means if you decide to leave after 5 years, you get 25% of your the members who are still active paying within that chapter. The people you brought in, the owner operators you signed up, right?
Yeah.
Why leave?
Listen to me. You're getting 25% of what you would normally get. You're not getting the whole 25%. You're getting 25% of that 25%. Why? Because you stayed there for 5 years and then you left. but all of your owner operators are still active members. You're gonna get 25% of what you used to get. That's your retirement.
Okay.
For as long as your members, as long as your owner operators that you brought in are still active. Now, if you stay with the company you stay with that chapter for 10 years, right? Then you're 50% vested. It's like any other retirement plan. The longer you stay, the bigger your retirement is, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You see where we're going with that?
Yeah.
But no, you're not gonna be with the chapter for 2 years and say, I'm gonna become a chapter owner, but I still want to get my pay that I was getting from no. That money's gonna go back to the pot off of the chapter.
Yeah.
Why? Because they invested in that. That's part of their reward for being the ones to help fund this whole thing. Because that's what the chapters are doing. You know, for lack of a better word, they are coming in on this with me. They are coming in and putting up their money just like I put up my money. Just like I put up the money to get all this stuff done. They're showing that, okay, I believe in it. I believe in you. I'm putting up my money, and I'm putting my money, so therefore they get what? The bigger rewards.
Yeah.
That's just how business is.
Okay, so Calvin, I got a question. Okay, just for understanding, we as dispatchers, we in membership specialists, but we actually have our own dispatching firm, and we grab a driver and we get them to be a part of our chapter, and we charge them $1,000 a month. Now, based on the information, but being a membership specialist, you get 25% of what goes into the chapter. Are we getting 25% of that $1,000, or that's a separation from that's what we get instead of sending them a load like the $1,200 example that you gave? We
Yeah,
only
you're getting your 20. You're still getting your 25% of whatever the chapter gets. If the chapter is getting 25% of that $1,000, you're getting 25% of that of that 25%. So if the chapter is getting 25% of 1,000, which is what? What's 25% of 1,000?
250.
250.
250. So that means you're getting what?
25% of 250.
It's what?
Like $75 or something like that.
Whatever it is, yeah. Okay.
So where does that? Okay, so if you get a driver into your chapter, you're not getting a whole so you won't be getting your whole like that portion of 10%. Like, you know how you get a driver and they send an invoice and you charge them 10% of their load.
Yep.
You're at the end of the month, you're not even getting that.
Look, at the end of the month, at the end of the year, you're looking at almost what? Hold on here.
Oh, so no, I just trying. That's what I was trying to figure out. The 25% is the yearly thing. That's the bonus. That's totally
right. Yeah, because look, you're getting your 25% and you're getting your bonus, right? Remember all right, let's go over it and look at this again. I gotta go over this again with you all.
Just one more, because I'm trying to figure out, because you say you still get you were saying you still get your dispatching, you're gonna still get your dispatching rate.
All right, let's go to Facebook. Just stop. Just stop. Hold on. You are no longer getting a dispatch fee. Okay,
Gotcha.
That's not what you are doing anymore. You're no longer a dispatcher. You're not getting a dispatching.
Okay.
Facebook page. Oh shoot! I gotta get out. I gotta get completely out of this and get back into the other thing now. Facebook. All right. I gotta go over this again. What am I looking for? Sure, now y'all gotta start retaining some of this stuff that we go over. If you're not retaining it, or at least go and look it up. Okay, go to the Insurance USA page on Facebook and look some of this stuff up, and stay abreast of what, because it still works the same way. The numbers just change slightly. The numbers actually get a little bit better in your favor.
Yeah.
By doing it this way. Hold on here. USA trademark. Trademark. Insurance USA. Opportunity. Come on. I can still get to it from here. Right there. All right. All right. The only difference is in the amount you're getting paid on, which you're getting paid on a little bit more. Because before it was based on what? It was based over here. It
Yep.
was based on this right here, which was the monthly payment of $433 to $633. Right?
Mhm. Yep.
So here's your two trade-offs. You're still getting your 25% of the 10K if you are an agent, if you are a chapter, and you're getting your 10% of the, I'm sorry, your 25% of the 2,500 over here, right? But you're getting it as a bonus at the end of the year once all that is paid out by the factory company. You get that now.
Mhm.
Now, but over here, your monthly revenue, your monthly residual increase. Why? Because now your monthly residual is not based on what? 433 to 633 your first year.
Based on 1,000.
It's based on 1,000.
Yeah. Okay.
So you see how you're not really trading off. You're just delaying one to get more here, but you're getting that at the end of it still. You get it? But you come out, I'm gonna be a whole lot more. Why? Because you're getting more on your residual. You're still getting the same on your bonus, but instead of you getting it at the beginning, you're getting it
at the end of the year.
at the end. And then coming into that next year, you're getting, on the members who came in that year. Now you're gonna be getting what? Your percentage of that what? $600 and what? $33 per month, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is still higher than the what? The 433.
433, yeah.
Right? And you're still getting your money from the new ones you bring on each month, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which means you're gonna get your bonus on them at the end of year 2, right?
All right, I understand now. I got it.
Okay.
I just want I was just I guess when you brought in the new information saying dispatching on steroids, I guess I was looking at it as it being on steroids in the sense of getting this percentage plus you're gonna get their
No.
the $1,000 as well for dispatching them because you dispatch them through your firm, not through the chapter.
No, we're not trying to knock people's heads off. We're trying to make it a benefit for them.
All right, gotcha.
And doing it this way, it benefits them all the way around, and it puts us in line with what the factory companies are saying that they can do. You get it now?
Right, it's insuring our payments.
Exactly. And not only that, but it opens us up to even more, because there's other factory outside of the factory companies within the what? We can actually bring in true invoice factory companies. Invoice financing companies, if we wanted to. Let's say we just wanted to get a lump sum of cash and get everybody a huge lump sum. We could take this out to an outside invoice financing company and say, hey, we have these invoices from these truckers, these owner operators. What are owner operators? They're licensed what? Businesses, right?
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Y'all ain't following me, man. Y'all need to. I'm gonna get y'all to thinking on multi-levels here in just a moment. They are licensed businesses. They have licenses, right? They are insured, right? They have assets, right?
Right.
Which makes their invoices easy to go to an invoice financing company, and you can sell your invoice that you have from them on a monthly basis to these companies. We got a huge, let's say at the end of the year, we got 10,000 members. We got 10,000 monthly invoices, and we're growing. How much money that's worth on the open market for selling invoices?
A whole lot.
A whole lot of money, man. So anytime we need to tap into a huge lump sum of influx of cash, a big cash infusion, we can take a portion of our clientele, bundle them up into a whole bunch of invoices like banks do what? Mortgages. Y'all know how banks make money on reselling mortgages?
Oh yes, yes I do.
Oh, now I'm talking somebody's language.
Yes, you're talking mine.
Anybody that knows anything about mortgage lending and the packaging of notes on banks, on bank notes, boy, you talk about somebody. That's why I have the people who are in my corporate staff. That's why they're there. Mr. Israel, Mr. Yeomans, my uncle, who is our private consultant and our advisor, Mr. Barber. That's why I have those people in place, because they definitely understand that side of it. And when you talk about being able to keep a company profitable and increase a company's value, when we start bulking up those invoices, those guys that have been paying for 8-9 months ain't missed a payment, and those we call what? Those are what? Gray that A paper, right? That's called A paper, right? Any note that's been paid on time for at least 8 or 9 months, that's A paper note. B paper is what? Notes that they kind of got behind a couple of months. That's B paper. C paper is they pay half the time, they don't pay half the time. But we bundle up all the A paper notes and then we shop that around, we can get A paper money on the invoice. And we still keep a whole influx of residual money coming in because of what? The new clientele we're bringing in. So after the third year, let's say if we only bring in 10,000 members per year, after the third year, we got 30,000 members. Let's say we decide to sell 15,000 of the invoices. That's in the billions by itself. Y'all are starting to grasp how big this really is, right? And if we bun up those invoices and we sell those invoices, who's going to reap from that? Because we get that much in one lump sum, and then if your chapter has X number of invoices that was in that bundle, what does that mean? Can anybody tell me what that means?
Get a piece.
You get your 25%. Of the invoices that was bundled up from that your chapter brought in, that was sold. It's nice to be able to going through the year. You're doing what? 2.7 million per month, and you're bringing in $300,000 per year in bonuses, and then you get another bonus check every 2 or 3 years for $1.5 million or something like that. See, now you're on the same level as what? The big boys, the big corporations. Because that's how big corporations pay out. For lack of a better word, that's how they roll. I've told y'all time and time again, this is a whole new level. This is something that you all have never dabbled in before. This is a whole new ball game. And I'm gonna need you all to step up on. I'm gonna need you all to step your level up, to step your game up. So this is a whole new ball game, whole new level. I mean, yeah, you're gonna have a lot of people who, when you start posting stuff, they're not gonna understand it. But they don't have to understand it. They just need to understand how it's gonna benefit what the owner operator. Now you're gonna have some people who are gonna try to get sleep. Well, how are you making money? And they're gonna want to count your money, right? And then, what do you tell them? Well, if you want to count my money, if you want to know how I'm making money, step up to the plate and become a chapter owner, or step up to the plate and become a member specialist within my chapter, right?
Right.
Okay. Y'all hold on for a second. Let me get my cord here. Yeah, I'm having back problems real bad. I really am.
When you come back, I got a question.
Huh?
I said, when you get set up, I got a question.
Hadn't really planned on being on this long, but since we are, I want to stay juiced up. Okay. All right. But as I said before, this is, you know, this is a whole new ball game. This is at a, you know, this is the difference between, you know, playing Pee Wee League and playing in the NFL. Okay, difference between playing, you know, sandlot basketball and the NBA. This is the difference. This is a huge playing field that we're on. This is the big table. This is the grown-ups table. So I'm gonna need you all to really, 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 really step up. Now,
Hey, Calvin, is the recording for the episode that Jose, I think he said his name was
it's on there. Yes, it's on the YouTube channel. It's probably, I think it's in the back office, but I know it's on the YouTube channel.
Okay, so it's YouTube, and what date was that?
I have to look it up for you. I mean, if you go through the YouTube videos, you'll see where it says factory.
Okay, factory.
Yeah, you'll see it. What was I going to? Now, I need those of you, not very many of you have responded to the email that I sent out here. This week.
Which email was that?
Yeah, really.
I sent one out to the prospective chapter owners.
Oh.
Well, while we waiting, Kevin, I got another question. So is there any type of financing option for people that want to be chapter owners, where we can get financed or backed by a factoring company or some sort of a financial institution associated with the RBBS?
Not with a factory company. I know that for a fact. Hold on.
You can always get in touch with me. Do you own your own home, Chief? Maybe I can hook you up.
No.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. info at no cheap freight FREIGHT.com. Maybe that's wrong. Got it right that time. All right, I sent this out. Sent mail. I sent this out. Y'all see this email? I sent this email out with the names and numbers of the people who have chosen their state. And the email basically said, if you do not see your name and number on this map, you need to email this exact info. My name is, my phone number is, the state I want ownership in is, check this one. I want the 5K trademark usage, or check, I want the 10K trademark usage. I have this much of the trademark fee. Okay. I only got a few of those back from the list of people who said that they wanted to be who said they wanted to be chapter owners. Okay. I got some back. I know in Texas I got one back, but Mr. Lewis said that he is opting out. So I have a space available in Texas because Mr. Lewis has opted out. How many people I have from Texas? I thought I had 2. Is anybody here else that wanted Texas?
I have Texas, Larissa.
Larissa, you have Texas?
Yes. And Virginia.
Oh, that's right. You have Texas and Virginia. That's right. So there's an opportunity available in Texas for a partner, or if Larissa just wants Texas by herself.
If someone's name is on a state, can you still be a person in that state?
Only if that person has decided that they want that state by themselves, no.
Okay.
If that state has 2 that have decided that they want it by themselves, no, or they have 3, no. Once that state has been claimed by someone and they have all the money that's required for the investment of the chapter, then no. Now, but there's a lot of chapters that are still open.
Right. So I was asking. Let me ask you.
Because we had a lot of people that said, as y'all can see here, I had a lot of people that said that they wanted to be chapter owners. Okay. Georgia had a whole bunch of them, but turns out I think we only had one person in Georgia that actually stepped up. A lot of people said they wanted to be chapter owners. I'm in Georgia, but we only got one, if I'm not mistaken. Chicago, we had a couple of people there. In Illinois.
How about North Carolina?
North Carolina had, that person said they wanted to be it, but let's check to see what we actually have. Check to see what we actually have.
Calvin,
it says Chris Moyne.
Yes, that's me. I'm also listed in Georgia.
Yeah.
How would I find out if there's anyone seeking for North Carolina?
Me.
Right,
Michael Everhart.
Here's a map right here. Yeah, but Michael, you haven't sent me anything.
Well, I'm just finding out.
You need to come to the meetings, Mike. Mike. Yeah. Shoot me an email to info@nocheapfreight.com.
Gotcha.
Okay. If you have a problem finding out, go to the Insurance USA page and the email address is on there. Okay. But I need to get this stuff back. So here's what we have right now. Clarissa, you said was, and who's that again? That who just spoke up and said that they want to North Carolina too?
Chris looks like Mooring.
Yeah, that's me. I'm listed also in Georgia, but
Yeah, I have you here in Georgia along with Mr. Judson.
I'm going to be in either North Carolina or Georgia.
Okay. What's this right here?
That's me.
Okay, and you're in Georgia too, right?
It looks like it, yeah. But I'm only going to be choosing one.
All right, so which one do you want? Because Michael Judson is also in Georgia, but now you don't want to be in Georgia. You just want to be in Carolina.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna have to. You got to send something to me and let me know that, because if you all start switching up on me and I don't have something in writing, then y'all can see how quickly this can get very confusing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So if you all are deciding you all want something other than what you stated, or you decide that you can't do this, you can't. I need to have that stuff in writing. I need it all to come to info@nocheapfreight.com. Don't send it to training at the RBBS. Don't send it to any other RBBS trucking. Don't send any other email except info@nocheapfreight.com. Okay. If you want to stay, I need you to send it to info@nocheapfreight.com. And please, when you send something over, include all of this: your name, your full name. Don't just send me a first name. Don't send me a Facebook name or something like that. Your number, the state you want, what type of trademark fee you, which type of chapter ownership you want, 5K or 10K. How much money of that 5K or 10K do you have? If you tell me I got the whole 5K for a 5K ownership, then guess what? You're going to be the only owner. If you tell me I want a 10K ownership but I only have 5K, then we're gonna have to partner you with someone. If you got $2,500 of a 5K ownership, you're gonna have to be partnered with someone. Okay. Now, don't send me something saying I got $250 of a 5K. That ain't gonna work. Okay, because we're not gonna have more than 3 people, and 3 people with $250. That's just not gonna work. Okay.
You need at least 10%, right?
Yeah, I mean, it has to be substantial. I mean, don't.
Okay.
I mean, don't send and say, I want a 5K membership or 5K ownership, but I only got, $500.
Right.
And it's easy to break down. If we can have a total of no more than 3 per state, that means if you got 5K, what does it come out to be?
15.
Have at least 1,500.
15,000.
I'm sorry, of a 5K. What's 5 divided by 3? 1.75 or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, so have at least 1,700, 1,750. Whatever it equals up to the 3 that can be divided, within that 5.
So then, Calvin, can I ask you, if someone has, let's say, the 1,700, and I walked up and I said, okay, here, I have the whole 5,000, or I have 10 grand, can I then still buy that state?
If you're saying, if you have the whole amount and you want a state, then that's your state.
Okay.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Right. But as you can see, there are plenty of states still left open.
Right. And cash rules. Not cash, but money.
Basically, yeah. I mean, this is an opportunity, like anything else. You know, I missed out on an opportunity to own 12 Bitcoins for $72. Yeah.
Good deal. Yeah, good deal.
That was my missed opportunity. Yeah.
I missed out on a lot of real estate deals. But anyway, I just wanted to say I caught on today when you added that factoring, and I really do like that because, like I said, that's residual income, passive. It's constantly coming if you do it right. So I'm in.
But that's what we need y'all to do. We need y'all to send that information over to info@nocheapfreight.com. Now, I'm going to leave this open for another week for members within the network. After that, I'm going to be forced to either do one or two things. I don't want to bring people from outside the network because if they're not dispatch firms or they don't understand how dispatch firms work, I don't want them. Either that or corporate is going to take over the rest of them. Okay?
And then the price to buy it will go up.
It's more than likely because once we take over, I mean, look, if we take over the rest of it and we start recruiting people to work as
it's business.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, it's business. That's what you do.
It's like I tell you all the time, business is business.
Business is business. Ain't nothing personal.
And it's not like I'm saying, well, I'm not giving you all the opportunity because I am. You have the opportunity, but at some point in time, you either gotta, you know, I hate to use the terminology, shit and get off the pot.
Yeah, that's it.
At some point in time, you got to make that decision. Okay, you got to dump it out or get up off the pot.
Well, Calvin, that's what I was trying to ask about. You know, is there any companies that you guys are associated with financially that will?
Not. I mean, there are plenty of companies out there that you can go to for a business loan. You know, I mean, you're basically looking for business loans. That's what you're looking for. Yeah. And there are several different ways you can come up with business funding. If you are an existing business, or if you want to expand the business, or if you're lines of credit, you know, there are 1,000,001 companies out there that do, you know, business loan. Excuse me. Business loans, lines of credit, personal loans, all types of things. You know, home equity loans, you know, invoice finance. I mean, there's a whole bunch of different ways for you to come up with, you know, 5 to 10 grand. You go to your bank. It's a whole slew of ways. There's a company called Real Business Loans. If you go to one of my Facebook pages, FC Financial, I think that's where it's at. First Choice Financial. There's a company called Real Business Loans. Like there's a video that I have one of the guys says that, you know, at one time, you know, they thought that Twitter would never work, but matter of fact, there it is right there. That's it right there. Hold on, let me turn on my, the mic so y'all can hear this. Oh, that's the wrong thing. Where is my mic? Share computer sound. There we go. This company right here.
A lot of great businesses started like this, an idea on a napkin, or a conversation in a place like this. And one thing that all of these businesses had in common was they need funding. Funding and finance is the lifeblood of any business. A business cannot succeed without it. That's what we're here to do. That's what we do. We provide funding for businesses. Hi, my name is Tim McCormick. I'm president of the Business Finance Store. And our whole job is to help you succeed at whatever it is that you're looking to do. Do you want to start a new business? We're here to help. Do you want to expand your existing business into a new territory, new country, whatever it is, hire more staff? That's what we're here to help you with. You want to buy a franchise? Anything you want, we can get you the funding. Funding is available. You can use your own savings, but frankly, that just takes forever because it's a long, slow process to bootstrap a business. Next thing, you can go to a bank, but you got to go convince the bank to believe in you. That's probably the most annoying thing about starting a business, and I know because I've started a few, is you're constantly having to convince everybody to believe in you. When you come to us, you don't have to worry about convincing us to believe in you. We don't have to believe in you. We'll help you get funding. I mean, frankly, Twitter, I never would have believed Twitter would have worked, but it worked. It's huge. So it's not our job to figure out if we believe in your business. Our job is to help you. Anything from a business credit card to a $5 million SBA loan, that's what we do. So, look, I don't know where you're at, if you're in the napkin stage or if you're already a $10 million a year business. Either way, we're excited to help you out, and we look forward to talking to you.
Now, actually, what he's saying is true. It's not because they're not the ones that actually give you the loan.
Right.
They're not there.
Acorns makes it easy to set aside and invest your money.
It's not for them to decide, if your business has merit or not, because they're not. Their job is to help find you the loan. See, the business finance stores, they're not the actual people who is loaning the money. Exactly. They're a company that goes out and try to find you money regardless of what you're looking for it for. Their job is to try and help you find that money. Okay, so it's just like he said. It doesn't matter if he believes in your business or not. It's not his place to do that. If you can meet the standards that a lender is looking for, then they'll loan you the money. But you got to meet those minimal standards, though. Okay, and every loan company has some type of minimal standards. Either you've got to show a history that you ran a business before, or you've got a credit score of at least what I think the lowest you can get for a small business loan now is what, like 580.
Yeah. I was gonna say 600, 580.
Yeah, like 600, 580 to 600, something like that. So that's not really that high, if you can show that, if you've got, some want you to have an existing business. It just depends on what you're, looking for. It depends on what type of money you're looking for. So, there's a whole bunch of companies out there that can help you find money. There's a whole bunch of companies out there that will loan money. It just depends on what you're looking for, how you want to qualify for it, and things of that nature. You just go on. If you go to Google and you Google, I need money.
Yeah.
I mean, something will probably pop up. There are crowdfunding. Here's what.
Oh yeah, I know a couple of folks that'll do that.
This is Calvin with RBBS. I'm right in the middle of our Saturday training, our Saturday broadcast. If you wouldn't mind, give me a call back in about an hour. Hello?
Oh, I thought it was a recording. Mr. Butler, good morning.
Yeah, I'm right in the middle of our live training broadcast. If you can give me a call back in about an hour, we'd really appreciate it.
Okay. I have a question, but can I call you later then if you're busy?
Yes, call me back in about an hour after training.
Perfect.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Sorry about that, y'all. Yeah, if you go online and you put in, crowdfunding, that's another good way to raise money. If you type in crowdfunding on Google, there's a whole bunch of places that does what's called crowdfunding. And all crowdfunding is you go online and you input what it is you need money for, or how much money you need, and you explain to them on what it is. And people that want to invest in your business deal, start putting money into it. You know, somebody may put up $5. Somebody may put up 5,000. Somebody may put up $50. Somebody may put up 2,500. That's called crowdfunding. Okay. Now with crowdfunding, you got to pay that money back. In some cases you don't. It just depends on which type of crowdfunding you're looking for and what they're advertising as far as for that crowdfunding network. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Oh boy. Joint ventures. You get money that way. You put together, let's say, now, when I say owners of a chapter, if you can come together with 10 people and all y'all put in X amount of money and you create a company and then that company comes and says, hey, we want to buy a chapter or we want to invest in a chapter. That's fine. Now, how y'all split y'all money up, I ain't got nothing to do with that. All I know is that when we pay out the commissions and the bonuses, it's going to be cut, the check is going to be cut, or the commission is going to be paid to that company. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right. So if you want to get together with 10, 15, 20 people and y'all form a company, and then you come in and you want to purchase under that company name, that counts as one owner, as far as we're concerned. Now, how your company is made up, that's on you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So that's all it is when you all come in and you all sign that agreement, you're going to put such and such and such, whatever your company is, ABC conglomerate, doing business as Assurance USA chapter, Texas, Assurance USA North Carolina chapter, or Oregon chapter, or whatever the case may be. Okay? All right. I'm going to try to have some scripts on this. I'm going to rephrase some stuff on the website to reflect the one fee for the dispatching and the which includes the benefit package and includes factory and all that type of stuff. So I'm going to rephrase some stuff on the website to let on the operators know that this is, when you break it down, it's basically a dispatching service with benefits. That's the best way I can explain it. A dispatching service that has compensation, enhancements, benefits, package, guaranteeing with it. So in other words, you pay a 1 monthly dispatching fee, right? It'll be this much for the first year. After the first year, it drops down. It'll be $1,000 per month for the first year. After that, it drops down to $633 per month. No matter what type of loads we find you loads, they're all $3,000 loads. Guess what? You only pay that $1,000 a month. If we find you a bunch of short loads that string together and they pay you $1,500 per day, you just pay what? $1,000 a month. If for some reason we find you loads and we can't round it out, that third load, and one of those loads are less than subpar, guess what? We'll enhance that by $1 per mile and guarantee you that we'll bring that load up above subpar, which will average you out to where you're making more money throughout the year. And that still solves the problem of you not having to deadhead to go find a load that's paying decent money, right? And it solves the problem of you not having to take a short load going home just to get home. It still solves your cheap freight load problem. It still solves that. On top of that, it solves how your dispatching services, load management, whole 9 yards.
Hey, Ken, I got a question about that too. So I'm trying to really fully understand how that actually works, the enhancement. So if they got I got the piece where they got to run a load, 2 loads, of whatever they want to file a claim for, right? So if it's $2 a mile, they got to run 2 loads. It's actually paying $2 a mile, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And then that third load that they find, let's just say it's paying $1.50 a mile. So are they just being covered the additional 50 cents, or is that's going to go?
No, they're getting paid $1 for how many miles that load is. If that load runs 500 miles and it's $1.50 per mile, we're gonna cut them a check for $500 on that load.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, that's why I was a little confused at how that works. So
no, if it's $1.50, that means that load got enhanced up to what? $2.50.
Yeah.
It was $1.99. That load got enhanced up to what? $2.99.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? All we're doing is we're cutting a check for the dollar enhancement.
Yeah.
You get it? Now, the reason why we want y'all to be dispatch firms and then to be under a one dispatching firm fee, because you all can kind of control that a little bit. You can control it a lot, right?
Yes.
If you go for 6 weeks, you find them 3 loads that's all paying more than $2 per mile, on the drive there, that means what? Nobody's gonna file a claim, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which means what? You make sure you got enough money in the pot to pay out claims when a claim does get filed. You got enough money in the pot to pay everybody their bonuses, pay everybody their commissions, for the company to stay profitable. Doing it this way, this would actually cut down on our claims by almost 50%. Probably almost 60%. If you all are doing your job as a dispatcher.
So with that, right? So there are how many claims are they actually, if they had to file claims, how many claims can they file in a week?
That depends on you.
Okay.
You know, look. You probably, if you're running average long run loads, 769 miles, how many of those loads can you run in a week?
Shit. Between what, 3, 4?
3. You ain't gonna run no 4 769 mile load.
No.
I'll tell you that right now. The average driver can't run but 600, 625 miles per driving shift.
Mm-hmm.
So ain't no way in the world you're gonna get 4 loads out of that.
Yeah.
No, unless you can find the loads that, where the shippers and the receivers are open on Saturdays and Sundays. Right?
Okay.
Not very many of them. So 3 probably gonna be your most. 3, maybe 4, but I doubt you're gonna do 4. But for every load you claim, you gotta have what? 2 loads that are above subpar, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that means you can claim what? 1 load per week, right?
Okay.
But if you're the dispatch firm that is dispatching them, you got to make sure that you find them loads that's paying what? Above that subpar, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the likelihood of them filing that 1 load per week is going to lessen. Why? Because they also have your service as a dispatch firm.
Yeah.
Okay? So the better you do your job, the more money there is in the pot to pay out bonuses and everything else. So in other words, it's kind of like the old saying, like, the more money you, what's that? Did anybody see Any Given Sunday?
Yeah.
The football movie with Al Pacino?
Mm-hmm.
Life is about inches, just like football. We claw for that inch. That movie, all right? Remember when Miss Pagliacci having a discussion with the doctor, the team doctor, and she was asking him, and he was asking, he said, all right, doc, give it to me straight. Can Cap play? Well, I mean, he could play, but, if he take another hit, this is, I mean, he'll probably will himself to play. All right, so we need Cap. Can Taylor play? Well, Taylor, just leave it at this. Cap can't play and Taylor can. But if Taylor takes a hit, Taylor could die. Remember y'all remember that little conversation they had? And her thing at the end was, it's as simple as this. The more money you save us now, the more money you have come contract time. Y'all remember that conversation? Y'all may not watch movies like I do, but I remember everything about the movie. But there was a place that in that movie where she made the phrase, the more money you save us now, the more money that'll be available for you come contract renegotiation time. So the more money you're able to save us on not having to pay out a claim by you doing your job and finding them loads that's paying above subpar, the more money you have in your way.
And your bonus at the end of the year.
Exactly. And that's the name of the game. The name of the game is do your job well. Okay? So if you can continually find them loads, let's say if we get 10,000 new members, if you're able to find 70% of them, the loads that are above subpar 60% of the time, you'll save a whole bunch of money, which means there's a whole bunch of money that stays in the pot, right? And that's the whole secret to the business. Okay? That's it. That's it in a nutshell on your side of it. We're not asking you all to do anything you aren't already doing. You're still doing your same job. Now you're just doing it in a way that you're going to be guaranteed a lot more money because you're making it much more attractive to bring in your clientele. You're able to keep your clientele longer. Because if you were doing this as a dispatch firm, it's much harder to get those owner operators to sign up just as a dispatch firm when you're not solving the chief rate problem. It's much harder to get them to sign up to a dispatch firm when you're not guaranteeing them a benefits package. Now you're able to offer them a guarantee and you're able to save them money on their dispatcher by having them to pay it monthly instead of paying what? By the load. Are we going to create a lot of enemies? Oh, yeah. There's going to be a lot of dispatch firms out there that are not going to like it. Okay? On the other side of this, one of the other things that I need you all to really, really, really concentrate on, and corporate is going to be helping y'all to do this too, contacting those brokers and doing what? Getting them to send over loads that are paying a certain amount of money. When we talked about that about a week ago?
No, I wasn't on that one.
Yeah, I remember the conversation.
Yeah, it's called negotiating without negotiating, or rigging the game. Okay. Contact the broker. Hey, Mr. Broker, how you doing? Look, I'm interested in load number such and such, but while I got you on the phone, I want to see if you can help me out with something. Okay. I'm part of a large network of independent dispatch firms, the national network of independent dispatch firms and Assurance USA, and we're about 1,800 dispatch firms strong, and we have branches in all 48 states, and each dispatch firm has about close to 100 or so carriers. We're looking to bring on about 10,000 carriers per year, and you can honestly say that now. Why? Because we are what? A conglomerate, right? We're looking to bring on about 10,000 carriers per year. And we have a large number of our dry van carriers that need loads that's paying at least $225 to $275 per mile. If I can get a list of your loads that is paying that, I can pretty much guarantee that those loads will get ran. By the same right, I've got a whole bunch of got a large group of flatbeds that need somewhere between $275 and $350 per mile, and I got a whole bunch of refrigerators that need between, you know, $3.75 and $5 per mile. If you got loads like that that fit within those parameters and you can send them over to me, I can pretty much guarantee that we get them ran just about every day. Now, what have you done? You've given that broker a way to easily make money, right? Because all he has to do is go look for the loads he's got that's within that price range, right? He may see a load that he got that's paying way above that. But he gonna tell you they paying between what? For the flatbeds, he may have loads that's paying $5 a mile, but he gonna say, yeah, these all pay between $2.50 and $3 a mile. You see what I'm saying? He gonna price between $2.50 and $3 a mile. Because you just gave him what? Clearance to make money. But you also cleared the way for you to do what? Make your carriers money above what? The subpar, which is where we're at, right? Which helps you do what? Save money, which helps increase what? Your bonuses. Y'all see how all this stuff starts to tie in?
Yes.
Right. That's all this is. We've taken all the training that we've done up to this point, all leads to right here. It all leads to, you know, pretty much Assurance USA. That's what it leads to. Okay? That's basically on what it all leads to. It all leads to this right here. Everything that we've trained on, everything that we've done in the past, everything leads to right to where we are right now. To create this company and to create a member benefits package that includes their load management, dispatching, and includes a benefits package that guarantees them that they'll make X amount of money per load. Why? Because we're going to guarantee them that if we can't meet that obligation, we're going to enhance one of those loads up by what? $1 per mile. Right?
Yep.
All right. That's it. All right. Questions real quick. Questions.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, so I just want to give just a quick recap of everything that I took in so far with all this right now, right? So there's a $10,000 enrollment fee for the owner operator, which will be covered by the factoring company that's associated with Assurance USA.
No.
No.
Back up. You're not going to pitch this as a $10,000 enrollment fee. You're going to pitch it as what? Somebody want to help him out? You're going to pitch it as what? You're not going to say a $10,000 enrollment because if you say $10,000, what's in their head?
I can't afford it.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
$10,000. But if you say to them, this is a dispatching service that has compensation enhancement guarantee. A monthly dispatching service of $1,000 per month instead of 10% for each load, which is going to save you about $1,500 per month.
In your overhead.
Right?
So don't even really say nothing about it. $10,000. Just talk about. It's $1,000. That's the pitch.
It's $1,000 per month dispatching service fee that includes what? A guarantee that guarantees an assurance of compensation enhancement. So we are guaranteed that we will find you loads that are above subpar for your type of trailer. If you are a dry van, we will guarantee that we're going to find you loads that pay you above $2 per mile. We're going to try to find you the highest paying loads possible. But if one of those loads fall below $2 per mile, we are going to enhance it by an extra $1. We're going to pay you $1 per mile extra on that load.
Okay, got it. So,
and instead of this costing you 10% of each load that we find, which we find you 3 loads a week that average $1,000 per load, you're paying us what? $300 a week, which is paying us what? Almost $1,500. Actually, more than that.
Mm-hmm.
Almost $2,400 per month.
Okay.
So instead of doing that, you just pay $1,000 per month. We're gonna save you $1,500, and we're gonna guarantee you that we're gonna make sure that we find you loads that are above $2 per mile. And if we can't find you a load, if one of your loads is not above $2 per mile, we're gonna enhance it by $1.
Okay. So $1,000 a month.
Now that sounds a lot better than a $10,000
enrollment fee.
Enrollment fee.
Yes, it does.
Right? Even though you all are getting paid on that, but that's none of their business.
Yeah, on the back end.
Exactly.
Okay, so that's for the first year. The
Yep.
second year on, it will drop down to $633.
$633 a month.
$633 a month from the second year on.
You get the same benefits.
Still same benefits and everything.
Everything, exactly. Same benefits, but still guarantee you that, you know, your loads will average out to above that subpar. If one of your loads drop below subpar, we're gonna pay that extra $1 per mile.
Okay. Man, I gotta rechange these. I made some flyers up, man. I gotta rechange.
Look,
up everything for me, man. I'm like, yo, I got these flyers out.
Hey, what do you think? Hey, I gotta redo the website.
Yeah.
I gotta redo the website. Hey, you ain't the only one. This is business, baby. This is how it rolls. You know, and if the factoring companies hadn't been so persistent in how they have to do business, we probably would never gotten to this point. Because this week has been really back and forth with them, and we finally come to this. Because I've actually been on the phone with like VP of the factory companies, vice president of the factory company, and they had their financial advisors on the phone, and they were saying that look, the way the factory is set up for the trucking industry, we are not lenders. We don't loan money just to loan money. We can only factor the loads that we can only factor the invoices that are set up within the trucking industry. You understand what I'm saying? So a enrollment fee is not something that we could front. We can't front that money because that would be like a regular loan, and we don't do that. Now, if it was an invoice, which and we already have a thing worked out with the factoring company, where they will do what? Factor for what? Dispatch firm. Yeah. So if we change our dispatch fee from per load to per month, it still qualifies.
Mm-hmm.
It's something that can be factored.
Okay.
And the reason, so why we doing it that way, $1,000 per month? Because look, if that's the case, that means they go ahead and factor it, right? How long do the factory companies wait for the money to come from the shipper? Up to 120 days.
Mm-hmm.
How many months is that, y'all?
That's 4 months.
That's 4 months.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So now we've cleared a way for us to be able to do this just like in the other factor load, like in the other factor, sequence within the trucking industry. And on top of that, we've opened up a way for us to be able to get regular invoice financing now, where we can sell our invoices. So we created at least 2 more ways for you all to get bonuses and for the company to profit.
Okay, so when is this actually going to be in full effect? And actually, we starting to process these claims and everything too.
Depends. A lot of that depends on you all. As soon as we get all these, I've extended it for a week, so that set us back a week on the chapter owners getting in their information on what states they want, sending the stuff in that I need to be able to put the map together. so I can get it back out to them, so you all, so the chapter owners can actually start conversating with each other and decide how much money they got come up with. That's why I want them to send that back to us on how much money they have of that chapter fee.
And when are these fees going to be due? You said something about
well, we had set it up to the for it to be about 7 business days after your signing of your trademark fee agreement. Okay, but now we having to push that back a week because I had to push this back a week because half the people who said that they wanted a chapter didn't even send me the information.
okay.
I mean, I sent the emails out, but I only got about 3 or 4 of them back. And then we got some people that that said that they emphatically wanted, I'm a chapter.
No, I didn't.
No, I said we got some people that said they emphatically wanted a chapter. Now, I didn't call no names. Now, if but that goes to prove, like they said, what's the old saying?
What's conscious?
Huh?
I'm sorry, Calvin. I was talking to my wife and it screamed in.
Oh, okay. I wasn't saying
no, I didn't.
Okay. I was about to say.
Nah, you don't got it. You definitely don't got to defend yourself to me, brother. I was talking to my wife.
Yeah, I was about to say. What is it? Hit pig always squeal.
No, I was talking to the lady of the house. Man. I apologize.
Because that time was just too perfect. No, I didn't. I was like, oh, that pig squealing. Okay, but no, we had some people that emphatically said that they wanted a chapter, and then they told them, say, well, no, changed my mind. So, all right.
So Calvin, I have a question. If we was to bring someone in that wanted to be a specialist or a chapter owner, is that an affiliate with that, or
are we paying
of any state? Like if I know someone that wants to do what I'm doing, and I refer them.
No, we're not gonna. No, we're paying out enough as it is. We're not gonna split. We're not gonna just pay just to be paying. Okay, we're paying out enough as it is. I mean, we gotta keep money in house to do marketing, branding, pay out bonuses. All this other stuff. I mean, this is still a business, and it costs money to run a business, and we can't just keep paying out, and expect the business to be profitable or to even run. Okay.
No, I'm talking about for the states that's not covered.
Yeah, if you know someone who wants to be a chapter owner and they come in and be a chapter owner, I mean, that's fine. But we're not paying a referral fee for that. No.
Okay, that was my question.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, we're not paying a referral fee for that. Now, if you want to work out something with that person, that's between you and them.
Okay. Gotcha.
But no, the corporate is not going to pay a referral fee for that. I mean, we'll be happy to, take those things ourselves. I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, if because it would be very easy for corporate to just take these things ourselves, right? I mean, when you think about it, I could have just said, I'm just gonna have everybody just be a what, and keep that extra 25%, right?
Yeah.
I said, we can just run this, as a corporate business and just set up, set up branches and have everybody as a what,
member specialist.
Exactly. And keep that $2.7 million, $3 million a month.
Okay,
So,
I'm coming in as Okay, I don't have a partner in Texas now, so
No.
that still makes me a chapter owner, not a member specialist, right?
Yeah, still make sure chapter owner. I just if you don't have the entire fee, that means Texas now is looking for a partner or two partners. So we can
So
have.
I still would have to pay the $10,000 to be the chapter owner.
If you want to be the only chapter owner.
Okay, but if I pay 5,000 and
you
someone else
still,
pay 5,000, I'll still be.
Or you can let to be the sole chapter owner at the $5,000 level. Because remember, you have a $10,000 level, you have a $5,000 level, right?
Okay.
If you say, well, I got my $5,000 and I want to be the only one in Texas, then guess what? Texas is yours. Okay? I mean, look. I'm trying to think of that phrase. I can't think of it right now. But it's on my Facebook page. I know it's on my Facebook page because I posted it. It says something about. Hold on here. Woo! Got a lot of. Somebody got a lot of squishy background noise. There it is, right there. Fortune favors the bold. That's the phrase I was looking for. I knew I had posted it. Fortune favors the bold. Okay. Now, basically, what that means is this. Y'all kind of know what it means, right? Those who are bold enough to step up, those who are bold enough to put up, those who are bold enough to, to go for it, they're the ones who are most likely going to be more fortunate, right? Yeah. Fortune favors the bold. So if you're bold enough to say, "Hey, I got my $5,000, and I want to be the only one in Texas," guess what? You're gonna be the only one in Texas, which means you're gonna reap all of the rewards that come along with that. Okay, and Texas is a big state, y'all. I ain't gonna lie to you. If there's a state that someone wants to really own all out, Texas would be that state. You got a lot of truckers in Texas. Texas is a big state.
Okay? Mini country.
And not only that, cost of living is not that high in Texas. So, I mean, truckers got money in Texas. The house that we bought here, this house right here, we could have bought a mansion in Texas. I ain't gonna lie to you. I've seen homes. I've seen homes that are literally here in Florida. A $300,000 home in Texas would be a $700,000 or $800,000 home here in Florida, or vice versa. A $700,000 home here will only cost $300,000 in Texas, and that's no lie. So, if you're thinking about a state that is ideal to own by yourself, it is Texas. Another state, believe it or not, is Alabama. A lot of truckers in Alabama. Believe it or not. If y'all don't believe me, go to your quick transport solutions and start looking for the trucks, the registered companies, trucking companies, owner operators by state. And you'll see what I'm talking about.
You say go to where?
Your back office site, and click on quick transport solutions in your back office. One of the sites that we use to find owner operators. You know we had that in the back office?
Yes, but I haven't been there yet.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff in the back office now. A lot of stuff in the back office. You go to show y'all what I'm talking about. You go to quick transport Go to the back office. And you look for quick transport solutions. Quick transport solutions. That's it right there. Quick transport solutions. Resources. Over here, find trucking companies. Search trucking companies. Put in a state. Alabama. Let's go over here and we're looking for interstate. And we click search. In Alabama alone, there are 6,000, hold on here, 6,398 trucking companies registered in this great state of Alabama on the interstate. Let's look up from 1 to 5 trucks. There are 5,434 that owns 1 to 5 trucks. Truck company own 1 to 5 trucks in Alabama.
Hey, this is a good thing you brought up, Calvin, because I got a question about that. So, if we ran into an owner operator or a company or whatever that has 1 to 5 trucks, now they have to put in,
it's per truck.
Per truck, right? Yeah.
Yep. Where's Texas? I keep running by my T's. T-V-W-S. It is right there. Texas got 29,121 owner operators that own 1 to 5 trucks. So yeah, you're in a good state. You're in a good state. Georgia. Georgia got 16,938. Now remember, these are owner operators, not lease operators. Now you got 350,000 owner operators. You probably got about approximately 400 some odd thousand lease owner operators. So it's a big pot, y'all. It's a big pot. So you can pretty much take that number and double it when you think about the number of lease operators that are operating in those states too. Because lease operators, they can do what? Find their own loads, right? So this will work for them as well. All right, everybody, we're gonna call it. I've got some stuff I gotta do. I need to take my medicine, and I need to I don't know. I need to find something to do for my lower back. Has been killing me lately. Yeah, I know I need to lose some weight. That's right. So I know somebody was just lose some weight. Your back won't hurt as much.
Battle right there.
Yeah, your back won't hurt as much. Yeah, I know that. Working on it. We're working on it.
Do some stretches.
Yeah, that two stretches. Yeah.
One final question, just for clarity, based on the conversation today. So where do we stand in the state of Georgia on that map?
Oh, where do y'all stand in the state of Georgia? Where's my emails? Give me a second. Georgia, I got Georgia's taking Michael Judson and Clarice Morning. No,
No,
no, Clarice, she opted out of Georgia, right?
right. That's what I
All
thought.
right. So I have Michael Judson. Now, if you want to team up with Michael, send me something over. Like I said, let me know these numbers right here. Let me know this right here. I'm going to copy and paste this for you all. I can't copy and paste the map, but I'm going to copy and paste this. That's what I need right there. Y'all got it? Should have gotten it twice. I think. No, that's it right there. That's what I need. Okay. Do y'all have it?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all can copy and paste it on something, copy and paste it into your Microsoft Word or something. Y'all will have it. You know what to send back, copy and paste it in your email or whatever it is. But that's what I need. I need exactly. My name is, my phone number is, the state I want ownership in is, check one of the two. I want the 5K trademark usage, or I want the 10K trademark usage. I have this much of the trademark fee. Okay? That way, I'll be able to, match you all up and put you all together as far as you all would know how much you have. If y'all don't have enough, I know y'all get a third person. Or if you have all of it, I know you want to stay by yourself, or whatever the case may be. And I can get this map finished. And once we get this map finished, I can get it back out to all of you all, and you all can then contact each other and work out how you all are going to do it. And work on getting your money together, and we can go and get this ball rolling. Okay, I got to make some changes to the website again. That's what I got to do. Some of y'all got to change some of your flyers, but I got to make some changes onto the website. And I try to get those changes done this weekend, try to get them done as soon as possible. Hopefully I have something to show you all by Monday for the USA Trading every Monday night. And then I've got to get the I got to go back. I'm going to go back to the factoring company now that I figured out how I can get this done within their guidelines, within the parameters. That was the only thing that was really holding us up, because we were trying to figure out a way that they can actually put up the money for the 10K. And now that we've kind of figured that out, they don't have to do that now. Okay, we just do it just like a regular factory, and then we just we'll pay out our bonuses on that at the end of the year. Then going into the next year, you all go into the next year with a pretty good amount of money already coming in monthly, and set yourself up for that next year's bonus. Okay, so what can I put it nice? What can I put it nicely? And this way, it also helps you all to handle a lot of the naysayers on social media when people say, "Well, that's not going to work." How is it? It's not as complicated. Now you're able to explain it in a manner that they can actually understand it. Right? It really wasn't that complicated before where it was, but it required some people to think on a whole new level, and some people just not willing to do that. They're just not capable of doing that. But this way, you can explain it to them on their level. Does that make more sense to everybody?
Yes.
Yeah. Now you're able to explain it to them on a level that they can clearly understand. Okay, because they all know dispatching. They all know some people pay dispatching by the month or a flat fee. Some pay it most people pay it per load. Okay. Most owner operators, they recognize dispatch something that they pay for per load. a percentage of the load fee. If you got a company that's doing it by the week, it's usually about $250, $300 a week, right? So those that are paying it by the month usually a little higher than what we're offering here, but we're offering to save people almost $1,500 per month on their on their load management and dispatcher fees. And we're offering them a guarantee, which no one else can do that. In the form of the benefits package, the compensation enhancement up to $1. So there you go. All right, everybody. I want to thank you all. Thank you all for joining me here in my bedroom. Invited y'all to my bedroom.
Hey, before you go, I sent you that email. I sent you that email, man, so you can send me that reinstatement enrollment.
Okay, yeah. I'll try to get to that today. I'll definitely get to it just before this weekend's over with. I'm not gonna guarantee I get to it today because I've got a lot of stuff I've got to do as soon as I get off the phone here. As soon as I get off this conference here, I've got a whole bunch of stuff that I got to get working on. But I would definitely get it done before the weekend's over. I don't have any interns working this weekend. Everybody's kind of just took the weekend off, so I don't have anybody working this weekend. So I'll get to it. Not today. I'll definitely get to it on tomorrow. All right. What I got to do next week? Oh yeah. It's gonna be kind of hectic around here next week. I've got some renovators coming out. They're busting out that wall. I'm over there. I don't know if y'all can see it. The closet area over there where the other computer is. They're knocking that out, and it's gonna be there's a room over there that we turned into a full walk-in closet. So it's gonna be all of this room is gonna be expanded over into the next room, which is gonna be like a huge bedroom with a walk-in closet and a walk-in master bath, that type of thing. So there'll be a lot of crazy knocking down and cutting and hammering and sewing, and y'all know how that is. But anyway, there'll be a lot of that going on this week. But I'll probably be outside a lot, working outside on the gazebo or something. Take my laptop out there or something. Or I can't really go to a coffee shop because they're still closed here in Florida. Hopefully they'll open back up soon. We'll see how that works. Other than that, I will see you all on Monday, and I will try and get to that reinstatement. Get that reinstatement agreement out to you. Okay.
Yep. Thanks.
All right, everybody. Y'all have a great day. Enjoy your weekend. Be safe. Be safe. Be safe. The virus hasn't gone anywhere, so be safe. Practice your social distancing. Wear your mask. I don't know. I mean, look. A lot of these stores, they've adopted the policy. No shoes, no shirt, no mask, no service. Don't get mad at them. That's their store. It's not a public place. I mean, it's not. I mean, a lot of people tend to forget that these stores are privately owned. Okay, they're not public places. You don't have the same rights you do on the open street, on the sidewalk. When you walk into someone's place of business, you got to follow their rules. Period. You see the sign that says no shoes, no shirt, no service. Same thing goes. They say no shoes, no shirt, no mask, no service. That's just how it is. Mask up, go in there and get what you want, get back outside, take the mask off. What do we want to do then? Breathe in virus, breathe out virus for all that care. But as long as you're in that store, you gotta abide by what they say. I was at a store here the other week. The guy was in there pissed off because the store security told him that he had to leave if he didn't want to put on a mask. And he's hollering about, I have right. No, you don't have the same rights inside that store as you have outside that store. I want everybody to understand that. Those stores, Walmart is a privately owned company. You know, these people own those. They own that company. Okay. You know, just like if you own a company, if you own a store or a business, and you tell people they got to be dressed a certain way to come in your business, guess what? They either got to be dressed that certain way, or they can just stay outside your business, right? And people tend to forget that. You know, I hear a lot of people hollering about, you know, goes against my. You ain't got no rights in nobody's store, other than the right for them not to discriminate against you based on race, age, and gender. Other than that, that's it. So, you know, a lot of times you get people holler about, you know, well, it's my right, I can wear it. No, you don't have that right. You really don't. That's not in the Constitution. It's not there. That store has rules. You got to follow those rules. So y'all just remember that, okay? And stay safe. I want everybody to be here next year. I want to be here next year, and years to come after that. So stay safe. All right, everybody. Love all of you all. You all stay safe. You know, do the things you got to do, and let's get this done so we can go ahead and move forward and make this happen. Talk to you all on Monday. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
All right. Have a great weekend.